This is the block I grew up on, East 23rd Street between Clarendon and Cortell U. So, you know, I lived here since I was born. I was born in Brooklyn, and I moved when I was in 10th grade to Jersey. So this is like where I used to learn how to roller skate, where I played double dutch and everything. I think one of my earliest memories growing up on this block is really just sitting on the porch. Like my whole life growing up, my mom always used to tell me, and my dad, don't leave the porch. So I was never allowed to walk outside of this gate. So I could sit outside, but if, you know, my friends would be outside playing and they would tease me like, yo, come out here, come out here. And I'd be like, I can't leave the porch. And one day, one of my friends that lived across the street got into a fight with one of my neighbors, and she wanted me to help, but I was like, I can't leave the porch. I can't leave the porch. And my mom later on, she was like, you could have left the porch for that. For us growing up as kids, music was always a common denominator. It's crazy going from being someone who listened to the radio, and I grew up listening to like Wendy Williams and Angie Martinez and all of that, to me being the person that people might, you know, come up to me and feel like they know me or ask me questions. We used to listen to a lot of hip hop growing up. I used to really like De La Soul a lot and Tribe Called Quest and groups like that. And as a matter of fact, when I was growing up and Run DMC and everything, we used to listen to the radio, and I would try to write down all the words to the songs so that I could sing along with them later. So I had like all these pieces of paper with all the lyrics written down to all these. I remember writing down all the words to You Be Illin'.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club.
You know, I started off working at Sirius XM Satellite Radio, and after working there for 6 years, I got a few different job offers. So I had the opportunity to come work here, and that's the one that I went with, that I took. So glad I did. What I really like about working here is the water's only a quarter. When I was growing up here in Brooklyn, this was a primarily Black neighborhood. A lot of West Indians live here, like Trini, Guyanese, Jamaican, Haitian. So it was interesting because my dad is Chinese, and he was the only Chinese person on the whole block. But I think everybody thought he knew karate anyway, you know. So I remember one time my dad was walking the dog. I had a little black Cocker Spaniel, and somebody tried to come up to him with a gun while he was walking the dog and was like, give me all your money. And my dad was like, listen, I'm walking the dog. I don't have money on me. So a couple of days later, we were leaving. Me and my brother and my mom were outside on the porch, and he saw the guy across the street walking into the building, because, you know, you can't rob somebody who lives in your neighborhood and not run into them again. So he actually left us standing on the porch. We didn't know what was happening, and he ran off the stoop and went over there and beat him up in front of everybody on the block. That's my dad.
The building that we're standing in front of is where I spent my childhood in the Bronx.
The best thing about growing up over here as a kid is that this is Big Hood. You know, he's the king of this. He's the king of all this.